Yes lads, welcome back to the channel. It is part 2 of the van build and hopefully the final part, because we just want to get it done now, and we're back to work tomorrow, and as soon as we're back to work it is non-stop for a while. So yeah, we just want to get it finished. I have ordered last night the Milwaukee M12 adapter, so hopefully we can just connect it up to the LED strip, solder on some new ends onto the LED strip, and then that is the lighting sorted. And now we're just at B&Q DIY shop. I know I hate B&Q and things like that, but it's just quick and easy to go have a look at the flooring. So I was thinking about carpet, but last time I had carpet it just got absolutely wrecked, like in a matter of seconds. So what I'm thinking, that they might have some of the rubber flooring. I was looking last night at the rubber flooring, it just comes in sections and you just clip it all together, cut it to length and things like that. So hopefully they've got that. So let's go in there, have a look, see what we can get, and then I'll catch you in a bit. So matting secured, we went in there. We was looking for the rubber stuff, but this is what I must have seen online. It's like 10mm thick foam. Seems pretty tough to be fair, but it's like sheets, 6 sheets, all clips together with these little puzzle bits on the end. So the only problem we've got now is that I put the racking back in there and it's an absolute nightmare to get that back in, but hopefully I can just undo the bolt, slide that across, do that side, slide that back, and just make it work. Hopefully, because that was a flipping nightmare getting that racking in, but that's what happens when you can't wait, I suppose. We also got these alley trims as well, which I'm hoping will fit perfectly. Once the matting's on there, it will fit perfectly on the end of here, because obviously we've got the 10mm matting, and then we've got the 12mm, and these are 20 odd mil. But I thought I'd just pick these up just to make it look that little bit more better. Instead of just having fresh ply hanging out, we can cover it, and also these are going to be the entrance points, so you're going to be treading on it. So this is the first side in. Honestly, this stuff is so easy to install, it's a joke, but it's actually pretty hard wearing. First 2 went in, just slotted them 2 together, and then we just put some gold screws in just to hold it down, and then we just had to cut this one, but we're going to be putting the edging strip on the end of there anyway to cover that cut, and then it's on to the next. That literally took about 2 minutes. Flipping mental. I don't know why I even said doing carpet. Carpet takes so much longer, all the cuts and things like that, but this, actually dreamy. So to hold it down so it don't go all over the shop, we're just using these little drywall screws. As they're black, it's going to blend in better. I was using these little gold ones, but yeah, they just stood out way too much, so swapped them out for these drywall ones, black. So we just screwed it down into the ply, and you could barely even notice the screw, so it's going to hold it down nice and tight, and it looks absolutely pucker, to be honest. I'm well chuffed with how this has come out. Right, so we screwed down the trim in the back. That's looking absolutely lovely. But then the side one, let me show you. Bloody bought 2 lengths. I thought it was going to be long enough to do the whole lot, but look, we're short by 70mm. So I put that on temporary, which is probably going to stay on there forever, but we just got to get a longer one, and then that will cover that as well, whole way across. So that's the rails, that's the flooring, all pretty much all done. Turned out beautiful. Well, I think it has anyway, but that is the overall look at it. All depends on how long this is actually going to last. It seems pretty tough, but when you throw your tools in there, throw your materials in there, how long is it actually going to last? But it didn't turn out too bad, I don't think. So now onto the lighting for the van. So what I was thinking is some of this LED profile, and I was thinking maybe across the bulkhead like that. I think that'll probably be enough light to just light up the whole van. I was thinking maybe on the side, but it might just look a little bit weird. I'm thinking maybe if I just put it straight bang in the middle, across there like that. The other thing is, where am I going to put the battery for the LED lights? I could put it on the back door, but Don't know, it's a tricky one. What do we use more? Side door, back door? That sounds that sounds wrong on so many levels, but it's true. I'm gonna have to work out where I'm gonna put it. I think maybe if we just go on this bit here, just mount it to that, and then just, don't know, just have the cables floating, I guess. Mount it to that, and then we can have it back door and side door, bit of both. Love. Right, got a bit of 12 volt LED tape that we're just going to solder some towels onto, but we've just got to wait for the battery adapter to come before we can test it out. So we're just going to solder them on, get all the LED strip done, and yeah, that'll be job done. Get to use the Milwaukee soldering iron. This is an absolute godsend, lads. This is such a good bit of kit. Soldered on the towel. Now I'm just going to stick it into this profile, and then we're just going to have to wait till we get the battery, and then we can mount it, turn it on, and hopefully it works. Because if it don't work, that'll be a nightmare. But 12 volt on a 12 volt battery, that's how it works, isn't it? That should definitely work. In there like that. So now, right, that is as far as I can go until we get that battery adapter. But that is pretty much, well, we're pretty much there, lads. Floors in, racking's back in. We've got the LED strip up there now. We just need to connect it up. We're going to probably mount it on there. So that is everything. I'll probably check in with you once I'll get that adapter, and then we can liven it all up and hopefully the LEDs work. So yeah, I'll catch up with you in a bit. So it's been a few days since the previous part of the video because we was waiting for the little Milwaukee M12 adapter, but we also got something else for the van as well in the meantime. But we got the adapter, it came, we got it fitted, and let me show you what we done with the LED strip. So previously you see me install that LED strip. We've just dropped the cable down here, and this is the little Milwaukee M12 adapter that I was talking about. We also put in, we found one of these just floating in the van. Oh, it's dead. That's not good. Just had to change the M12 battery out because that one was dead. So this is what we've got. So what we've done is, I don't know if you can see that, we had a 20 amp double pole switch just lying about, and then we've just cut that into the side of the van. Power comes off the battery, and that is the LED strip. Not looking too bad at all. Plenty of light when it's dark, and then we can just isolate it via that. So a decent little solution if you don't want to be messing with the van electrics and things like that. Obviously we couldn't even get to the old light because it's covered by the racking now. So, but what we also picked up was the Vanguard roof pipe to go onto the roof, because the whole point of this is to maximize the space of the van. Having a smaller van is difficult, so we've added even more space for all the conduit. So this is what we've got, the 3 meter Vanguard pipe roof with the locks on the sides, so you can lock it up during the night and things like that. But these fit lengths of conduit, all different things like that, nice and easy. So what we get is a set of keys so that you can lock both ends, and then this comes up, and then you have these little bolts that just slide through into here, and then we can just hook it on the Vanguard roof rack that we've already got. Before it came, I was thinking, surely someone can just lift it straight off, but they can't because it locks, the end locks, and you have to slide the bolt through and then bolt it onto the roof rack. There's no way of them just lifting it off, which is pretty good as well. This is so easy and simple to install. It is literally a case of this little bracket, these two bolts, and then the bracket goes underneath your racking, and then you just get the nuts provided and screw them on. As easy as that. So simple and easy. Is it solid? Rocking the old van. That is absolutely rock solid. That is wicked. This one is also the lined one as well. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got a plastic lining in it. A little bit more expensive than the standard one, but obviously it saves any LED profile or trunking, anything like that, getting scratched from the alley of this. So it's definitely worth upgrading to the lined one. And then this little lockbox, take the key, job done. That is going to wrap up the van build. False floor in, flooring in, racking in, lights all done, and now the new pipe carrier. That, lads, is job done. That, lads, is going to wrap up part 2 of the van build. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, please smash that like button. All the support is much appreciated. We're nearly on 15,000 subscribers as well, so slowly but surely we're growing, and we're going to try and grow it as big as it can possibly be. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, and I will catch you on the next one. Stay grafting.